What will become very obvious as we go through the residential architectural styles in San Francisco from 1920 to now is that you need two things for styles to change. One, you need a new idea, mainly in books, and the other is you need lots of money. So here we'll start with the Spanish eclectic style and quickly jump into Art Deco. Now, Art Deco was a definite reaction to the past. The World War I hellscapes were fresh in people's minds, so they wanted an escape, and that escape came through an imagined fantasy future or a non-European historical past. Here at the 25th Avenue Seacliff home, you see a very restrained example of Art Deco with the barest hint of Streamline Moderne around the top near the roofline. International style, a very long-lived style, mainly thanks to the work of Le Corbusier in his book Towards an Architecture, published in 1923. Book's extremely influential. However, international style didn't have much influence in San Francisco. We had our own group of architects doing interesting and original things. Even here, like on the Dr. Schiff Double House, even though it's beautiful, it didn't really take off here. Now, its recent popularity with Dwell magazine notwithstanding, it didn't have much effect in San Francisco. Streamline Moderne is also a reaction to the past, but in a different way than Art Deco. This was a transport to another place. These can be boats or airplanes or ships or cars. And these homes are stripped of pretty much all ornament, but in their curvilinear lines, in their aerodynamic styling, they definitely want to take you to another place. Here, Bay Area modernism, there's no question this has had the most effect on American homes. Acres and acres of tracts of homes are based on the second and third Bay Area styles. Here, the Clay Street address and the Locust Street address were both built within a couple of years of each other by Worcester, Bernardi, and Emmons. They would use wood for their informal homes and brick for their formal homes. Here at Mountain Spring, you get a perfect example of second Bay Area style, the wraparound balconies and the corner windows. Here exhibited with display rafters up at the top. This is the first example right here in San Francisco, the canted box window, and that went on to become a cliche with the second Bay Area style. Here we'll jump into third Bay Area style, and this is mainly due to one man, Joseph Eschrich, turned the second Bay Area style horizontal on its end and chose to go vertical. And here's the home that did it, 3085 Pacific, when he began to explore and change from the horizontal emphasis at the front of the home to the vertical emphasis at the courtyard and at the rear. And here, 2 years later, in 1951, and in here 3 years later, in 1952, he's planting those verticals on the outside of the building at the front. Here in 63, many years later, he's beginning to play around with the window forms, and here in 63 also. This is unfortunately undergoing massive renovations at the moment, changing it from third Bay Area style to a kind of deco shiny thing. Eichler's, very, very fun style, very forward-looking, very photogenic. Here you'll see, here in San Francisco, the 1000 block of Duncan, 62 to 64 by Ann Shannon Allen. This is an homage kind of to the Mad Men aesthetic of the time. Yeah, there is a great shot, the great trellis marking entry. The trellis, of course, having no effect on shading the wall, but there kind of as a snapshot about what the style was all about. Postmodernism. Ugh, not my favorite style. Fake in possibly every way. Here, the Bugs Bunny building, as I call it, just these, the pediment over the knot arch, being Bugs Bunny's teeth. Ugh. Here, just destroying a beautiful 1900s building with the fake windows. Here, blue painted stripes on not well-weathering plywood. Here, stage set thin, exclamation points with arches. Just truly awful stuff. Here, everything pasted to the outside of a building. Here, everything is super thin. No real depth either in idea or reality. Here, New Modernism. Again, a reaction to the international style, but wanting to tell the truth about materials and with how things deal with the real world. Usually the overhangs, if they are present, actually shade the windows. Here, like the Pacific Street address, you can see the trellis there at the upper right actually shading the window that it is over. Here at Laidley, also New Modernism. Here, homages to the international style on the left and Second Bay Area School on the right. Here, this one made me laugh. The 604 was called the Darth Vader House. by the neighbors. Here, the new Modernism home in the Marina District actually displaying true use of materials and technology. So not as ugly as stuff in the 70s, but kind of a child of the 70s in that way, where things are exploited and explored.